Hey guys, I got something pretty cool to show you. I got this off of eBay the other day, and until the other day I actually didn't know it existed. But I was just going around searching for stuff, and I found this, and it's a sealed box of a Godzilla Monster Island set, is what it's called, I believe, but I got set A. I almost got set B, but I did not win the bid on that one, unfortunately. So here is the back of the box, and I really like the box here. So there is set A, if that would focus in. There we go. Probably a bit too dark to see now. Unfortunately, a little bit of the back of the box right here is pushed in a bit. That's fine. I don't really necessarily want to open this because it is sealed, and from what I understand, this is from the 90s. But I have not seen a set of this on YouTube anywhere, so I thought that I would open it up and we can go ahead and see what comes inside of it, because I myself am curious as to what everything looks like. So I'm going to try my best here not to actually damage the box. Although it looks like it actually has a tab to pull. I don't really want to pull it though. I'd rather keep everything intact. Perfect. Alright, great. Okay, let's see here. Ooh. Look at that. Alrighty. What else do we have? What is this? It looks like, I guess, certain figures actually come in pieces. So this is the this is the instruction booklet right here. It is all in Japanese. I believe that this only was released in Japan, mostly because I cannot find a American version of it. That's exactly why I got this, is right here, is because it's something that you definitely do not see a lot of, and plus I'm a huge Godzilla fan too. Looks like here we have some old candy. I don't know how long these stay good for, but seeing how these are 20 plus years old, I don't think I'll be eating them. I'll still keep them, and I'll keep them in this, but I'm definitely not gonna be eating on them. I'll put this right here for the time being next to my King Ghidorah class. Let's see here. So we have some bits here. Here's the baggie that has all the other things in it. You can see. Very nice. So I'm actually going to move this right here. Move the camera back a little bit. It's not too much. I'm going to go ahead and pour these out. Oh, okay. These are actually nothing like what I expected. I expected these to be little hard figures, and they are actually kind of soft. They're a softer plastic for sure. I didn't know that they were going to be attached to these either, because whenever you see these online, it doesn't pop up as, you know, where they look like they've ever been connected to something like this. This is really cool though. So let's go through the characters So starting on the left, we have Space Godzilla. And I actually like that sculpt a lot, especially for a mini. That sculpt looks amazing. What do we have here? Looks like we have Mechagodzilla 2 in the middle. That's the one from the Heisei era, or 92, 93, I believe. And then right here, one of the main reasons I got this was because of Titanosaurus right here. You never see anything that really has Titanosaurus in it. He's one of those pretty rare figures. But the sculpt on that is amazing too. Now, Terror of Mechagodzilla was actually one of my first Godzilla movies, but I really liked Titanosaurus, even though he had a pretty annoying roar. He was still always pretty cool with me. Looks like right here we have a Mothra larva and a Mothra larva popping out of an egg. Very nice. Right here we have 19. Man, what year was it? It was the early 70s, maybe late 60s. Gigan, right here. Very nice sculpt. I like that. We have Showa Rodan, which I always kind of wondered how come they didn't just use the original Rodan suit, because I always thought Showa Rodan looked kind of odd, while the suit from his first movie actually looked pretty good. Here we have adult Mothra, and hey, surprise surprise, we have Batra. Wait, that's gotta focus in. You can't really see the details on him too well. Yeah, there is Batra. That is very nice. I'll put that right there, and I'll put these together here in a minute. Let's see, this one right here is kind of a mixed mash of, it's kind of all these pieces connected together. Right here we have Mecha King Ghidorah. Very nice. Comes in several different pieces. I hope I don't have to try to glue any of these in. I don't even have any glue. Which version is this? Here is Godzilla. He kind of looks like it's the Heisei era Godzilla. So, no, maybe he's not. I don't really know which. Ow! Hey, get off! Goodness. That hurt. Okay, so here we have we actually have two different versions of Godzilla right here. Can't really tell which is which. One's a bit thicker than the other one. But I'm not really sure the face details aren't exactly really there, and the dorsal spines look pretty similar, so you can't really tell which one is which, although the neck on this one right here is baggy, so I'm gonna assume that's probably one of the Showa era ones, maybe, but I'm not exactly sure. Let's see, this one right here is kind of in several different parts. Right here we have Zilla, 1998, so this set probably came out around 98, 99, but it's supposed to be sometime in the 90s from what the description said, but I haven't been able to find too much info on this thing actually. Looks like right here we have a little set of trees. Looks like a set of 6. They are the same color. And then here we have some other parts. And this is another reason I got this set right here and kind of let set B slide past me, because we have Destroyer right here. And that right there is pretty neat. And for a small figure, that sculpt right there is not bad at all. So now that we have the monsters out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and put this little island together here. and we can get things kind of set up on it. So I'm gonna pull this back a bit, and let's see what we have here. What's this? Not exactly sure what this is, but it looks as if it goes right here. Let's see. Exactly, do we clip this in? 'Cause I definitely don't want to break anything. But this one doesn't want to go in. That's where it goes. Let's see. Alright, cool. Alright, so it looks like that right there is actually a dam. Looking at it a bit closer. Let's see. This thing goes right here. That side first. There we go. Very nice. And let's see. I guess that's supposed to knock over the dam. Very nice. Okay, I like that. Okay, what else do we have here? Oh, okay, I see how this goes. Let's see, this part is supposed to go up here, rotated some way. Huh. Let's see, this way is like that, and I guess the way it shows is you put the mountain right there, and you're supposed to push it down, and it looks like the mountain is supposed to pop off. But that doesn't seem to really happen exactly, so yeah, that's whatever. Let's see, let's get these little trees. Oh. You know what, it might be best to do this stuff with a pair of clippers. I don't want to end up tearing anything, actually. Let's see here. I have... Alright, I have a pair of clippers right here. Great. So, actually, I'm going to try to get Destroy out of this first. Almost got his tail out. Let's see here. Just kind of like so. Alright, not too bad. Needs a tad bit of cleanup right there, but not too bad. Didn't dig in too deep. None of that. Let's see, get in right there. Perfect. Okay. We have one on his arm here. I think that really bit down on it. There we go. Alright, for the most part, Destroyer is free. We're gonna go ahead and put his little tail in. Oh, I had it backwards. Let's see. Okay, there we go. His little tail's in. It was actually a bit easier than expected. I assume if you want to glue these in, you can, but I'm gonna go ahead and not glue them in because I do not know what kind of effects glue would have on this kind of material. So I'm just gonna go ahead, there's one of the wings. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and not glue any of this stuff down. Let's see here. Okay, so we're done with that. And there's a little hole at. right behind his arms right there. Very cool. And I like that they made Destroya with his wings actually folded in. You never really get to see anything with his wings folded in like this. So that right there is pretty neat. I'll throw him right there. Let's also go ahead and get these little trees out of here. Let's see. Oh, these ones I'm actually a little bit more nervous about because they're so tiny. Okay, there's one. One side of one anyways. Ooh. Pull on it a bit. Okay. Alright, not too bad. So there is a little tiny palm tree. For some reason my camera is really not wanting to focus on anything at all. There we go, that is actually better. Alrighty. And see, move that back a little bit. Okay. And then it'll go in these holes right over here. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this one right here. Whoops. Might actually have to, nope. There we go. So just like that, goes in. I'll go ahead and leave that out of the way for the moment. And let's see here. Okay, so since I have set A, I actually do not have this side right here with the little bridge because that says it's set B. Other than that, it looks like I don't exactly need the instructions anymore. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm just gonna get the little monsters out of here and let's see, let's go ahead and get Zilla out. He looks pretty easy to take out of there. This little thing connected to his tail. It's probably those bad movie reviews, which I don't exactly blame them. That movie was horrible. Although the animated series isn't too bad. Alright, so there's little Zilla. He's off in his weird little pose. Let's just go ahead and say right now that any other Godzilla monster could completely stomp Zilla. That is not up for debate. That is 100% true and accurate. And I don't care what you have to say, Zilla is really weak. So, you know what? Kamanga and Kamacuras could probably kick his ass as well. Alright, here we go with Rodan. I just have this one little tab right here to pull off. And there we go. There we go. Oh, and with soft, yeah, you could sit there and kind of squish him a bit, so not too bad. I'm gonna go ahead and put them right there. I like these. They look like they can stand up on their own, actually, so it's kind of good. Actually, let me go ahead and put the monsters right here. And I'm going to go ahead and move this island out of the way for now. We're get the idea with the trees and all that. We'll get back to that later. I'd rather be focused on showing you guys these, since there's not really too many other images out there on the internet. Alright, now I got these little Mothras right here. Man, these are actually kind of dull. From all the pictures I have seen online of these, which there isn't really too many, I was not under the impression that you'd have to really do this kind of thing. I didn't know it was going to be a kit like this. Here's little Mothra, kind of a typical little Mothra. What kind of different design do you expect out of that? I do not know. There's the Mothra popping out of the egg, which I like that one actually. It's pretty neat that they throw that in the set actually. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and go with Batra next. Let's go ahead and get Batra out of here. Okay. Alright, nice. Looks like his wings are connected to his legs with these little tab things. There we go. Got him free right there. Whoops, hold on a second, I need to grab my charger. Let's see, put that in there. Now my phone will not be dying on me, hopefully. Although this charger does. Alright, okay, back to where we were. Luckily I didn't get too much further in this at all. Actually, I just got done putting my charger in. Gotta get the wings. Kinda sucks. Now I have to splice the video together, which I was actually trying to avoid having to do. Mainly because I haven't done that in so long. I just don't really feel like doing it. Here is the wings to Batra. Got their little peg on the bottom here, and here is Batra without his wings, which he's got a pretty good mold. He looks just like his movie counterpart actually. So I love how everything goes in so easily and smoothly actually. It's almost as if back in the 90s they had a better grasp of what to do instead of nowadays where you get certain little figures and it's a pain just to click in one simple thing. There he is. And we'll throw him right there. Perfect. Alright, what do we have next on here? We have Gigan actually. I'm going to go ahead and get Gigan out. Now, I actually don't think any of these sets have the Millennium Gigan. I don't think, because I'm pretty sure Godzilla Final Wars was actually not out whenever this was around. What are we talking about? I know for a fact it wasn't out back then, because Final Wars didn't come out till 2004. I am a bit congested actually. I've actually just gotten over being sick. Here's his little tail. Okay. Now, actually, something I just noticed, because I haven't necessarily been looking at the screen this whole time, is Destroya and Zilla actually look blue, but actually in real life they're kind of more of a green color. It's just the light from my window that's making them look like that. I gotta say, that is a beautiful blue color though. It'd be pretty cool if they were that color. It's actually unfortunate that these other ones right here are brown. It would have been neat if they were an assortment of different colors, There's Gigan, but doesn't really matter to me. Let me see if I can kind of try to simulate it. Jeez, that really doesn't even look like how it looks in real life. It's kind of it's weird how the light's doing that. It's like a dark green actually, but for some reason it's coming off as blue like that. I gotta say that light blue is very pretty though. Alright, here we have the adult Mothra, which I'm not the biggest Mothra fan, but Godzilla stuff is Godzilla stuff. Got the wings. Just because I'm not a Mothra fan doesn't mean I don't hate Mothra or anything. It's just, you know, Mothra is a giant moth. Kind of the same with Batra actually. It's just a giant, well, whatever the hell Batra is. So there is Mothra without her wings. Looks like a little ant. And there is what the wings look like by themselves. Let me see if I can kind of, yeah, because I got little patterns on there. Very nice. Let's go ahead and put this together. One actually feels a little bit more wiggly than Batra's. Looks like that wing is drooping down a little bit more. We'll go ahead and throw Mothra back there. There's not really too much to see with Mothra and Batra, really. These ones right here are actually gray. So we got brown, grays, and another variation of brown, actually. So let's go ahead and get Titanosaurus out of there, actually. I know originally I had these focused in on the cameras, but it's a bit hard to keep them there with the camera while trying to pick out these things with a pair of cruddy toenail clippers. So bear with me. At the end, we will look at the results of how every monster looks. I will go through my favorites. So I can tell you right now, Titanosaurus is definitely going to be up there. That one right there is very nice. There is little Titanosaurus. Look at that design. That is amazing. And you do not find Titanosaurus stuff too often at all. So we're going to go ahead and put him right there behind Destroya. And look at those little monsters so far. Those are amazing. Let's see here. So next we actually have Godzilla. Might as well get him out of here. Unfortunately, one of these little tabs is connected to his head, so that's a bit unfortunate. This one's actually pretty easy to take out, though. Part. You got these bigger little rod looking tab things, and then those don't, you gotta be careful with them. Okay. Alrighty, let's see, tail in. Okay. I I guess I should go ahead and state that this isn't just regular Mechagodzilla 2. This is actually Super Mechagodzilla with Garuda attached to him. Whenever it comes to Mechagodzilla designs, I was never actually too big of a fan of Mechagodzilla 2, actually. Quite the opposite way around, actually. I quite didn't like his design, realistically. I always thought that the 70s one had the best design. Kiryu was pretty cool. But, you know, he is different than the other Mechagodzillas because he, whenever Godzilla roars, he starts going nuts and all that. So let's see here. Here we go with Space Godzilla. And there is that. Now I really like Space Godzilla. A lot of people always sit there and they're like, "Oh, Space Godzilla is like a lazy kaiju or whatever." I'm just like, yeah. Lazy kaiju, but he's extremely popular with everyone nowadays. There's a reason for that. He's got a pretty neat design, I think. A lot of people rag on him for his design, but I like it. So, whatever. After all, you know how it goes. If you like it, why does it matter if anyone else doesn't like it? That's kind of true right there. Because realistically, it doesn't matter. You could sit there and whine about me not really liking Mothra all day, but it's not really going to change me not liking Mothra too much now, is it? Yep. Now we're on the Mecha King Ghidorah, and his parts are thinner, so that I'm having to be pretty delicate about this one, because one wrong cut and well, you can say goodbye to that. Okay, and we have his tail right here. Luckily it was almost over. Okay, so here we have his wings. Those are pretty nice, but they are pretty thin. Here we have his tail. Once again thin, but it looks like that is how it helps keep him standing up, because he is, for some reason, pushed flat. Like this. So he doesn't really stand up too well. So let's see. Okay, now he stands. Because before he would not stand at all. I just gotta say, the Heisei version of King Ghidorah is definitely my favorite, design-wise and especially sound-wise. During the Showa era, his roar was weird. It didn't really bother me, but it was definitely weird. There we go. Pretty cool. We're gonna go ahead and throw you back here. Actually, right there. Try to get everyone in the shot. Okay, and then we have these Godzillas, which maybe by getting a closer look at, I can probably determine who's who, sort of. realistically before. I wasn't really taking too good of a look at them. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so here's this one right here. This one is actually a little bit thinner looking at him, and the way that his mouth kind of zoom in. Oh, jeez. Okay, whatever. So a part of his mouth actually kind of curves. And from what I'm seeing here, this kind of looks like one of the 60s versions. Although I could be wrong. But that's just what it looks like to me. So, oh, hey, actually looking at this one right here that I have in my hand, this one is the Godzilla vs. King Kong version. No, not from the newer movie, from the old 60s one. Huh. You know, there's gonna be some Fortnite kid in the comments or something being like, that's not how Godzilla looked in the newer movie. Yeah, I know that. You probably didn't know what Godzilla looked like a long time ago, Fortnite boy. Okay, so here is this one. Yep. So actually looking at his head, you can actually kind of see this one right here is the Godzilla vs. King Kong from a long ass time ago. Because you know what? I do not remember what year that movie was made. And I am not going to sit here and look it up. I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of these palm trees out real quick. Kind of found the trick to getting them out here. It's not too hard. Just kind of pinch and twist stuff around. So let's see here. Okay, great. I got 2 of them out. I just need 3 more. Not to ruin anything here. There we go. Okay. All right, perfect. And I'll go ahead and throw these in here real quick, because why not? We already have everything else built up, so might as well just kind of build everything else up. We'll take a look at the set and then each monster one by one. I'll kind of gauge them on best sculpt to least best sculpt, even though realistically looking at all of them, they all looked pretty great. No, I had just dropped one. Oh, there it is. You know, I wonder actually if the Monster Island Buddy guy has these sets. He seems to have everything. Alright, so there is the little island right here, part of it. Very nice. And I guess right here is where set B would go. I would like to get my hands on set B, so I will definitely be keeping a lookout on that one. And whenever I get it, I will video it. Okay, so here's a little bit a closer look at the monsters. Very nice, very nice. They're all really great. So let's go ahead, throw this right here. Let's see, let's go ahead and start with my favorites. We're gonna have Titanosaurus right here. Like I said, you do not see very much of anything with Titanosaurus, and you know, I just feel like this sculpt right here representing Titanosaurus is definitely spot on. You have all these little bumps, and you know, you have his little fins and antenna up here, and his face actually looks pretty spot on. It's a bit hard to see, but yeah, there we go. That's kind of better. This one right here is definitely one of my favorite sculpts. My second favorite is probably gonna have to go to Destroya right here. He has so much detail, and Destroya does not seem like an easy figure to sculpt at all. And just the fact that he has his wings kind of folded inwards instead of out as usual, it's kind of neat, because I have never seen another figure of Destroya with his wings folded in. So we're gonna go ahead and Destroya is gonna be number 2 on my list for sculpt. Whoops. Number 3 is gonna go to Space Godzilla right here. Space Godzilla is one of those ones that usually looks pretty weird for figures. I feel like one of the best figures that they've ever made of him is the SH Monster Arts, which I actually own. But, you know, for being a miniature, this is actually really, really good. Yeah, I mean, just look at that. Look at the face. That is great right there. And the shoulder crystals, they're not too big. They are a bit small, but I like that they're not too big. So it's pretty great. There we go. Number 3. Number 4. Let me see here. What do we have? Well, yeah, Gigan. How can you really go wrong with Gigan? He looks great. He looks just like his counterpart in the movie. Very nice. He's got all his nice little details. His face looks great. It's accurate. Yeah, this one right here is pretty good. He's even got all his little scales, and you know, everything's just neatly there. Who do we have next? Which should be, let's see. And that one right there is good, not too bad. Yeah, I think this one definitely. Next, I'm gonna have to go with Super Mecha Godzilla. I may not be the biggest fan of him or anything, but this looks like Super Mecha Godzilla. I mean, it looks like how he did in the movie. Not too many changes. Head sculpt looks amazing. Face. What I'm mainly looking for here is the details, how close they looked in the movie, and face. Definitely the face, because you don't want to have a really cool looking figure and then the face looks dopey. So this one right here is definitely pretty good. Let me look at this one. Not bad, not bad. Just Just not the biggest fan of that pose he's in. Let's see. Honestly, they all look really great. This Godzilla right here, we're gonna go with him next. He looks pretty good. Like how they represented the suit from Godzilla vs. Kong, because he did have a pretty thick neck and a wide looking face, while the top part of it was thin. Looked like a lizard, kind of. This one right here looks pretty good. Very nice. Then there is this Godzilla. Originally, before, I wasn't really able to tell what Godzilla this was. I'm thinking it's one of the ones from the Showa era. I'm just not exactly sure which one. It's definitely not the 70s one, because it doesn't have the big cartoon eyes. But it is also not the Cookie Monster looking one, because, yeah, it doesn't look dopey like that. So this one definitely looks good. It's Godzilla. How exactly can you go wrong with that? So, not too bad. Let's see. I'm gonna have to throw Zilla in there next. As much as I do not really like Zilla at all, I gotta say the sculpt is actually pretty good. His head and head details, you know, his face and all that looks just like Zilla. Very great. Spines are a bit short, but all of them are with these figures, and it does not really bother me at all. So let's see, next I'm gonna have to go with Batra. Actually, look at that. Looks like Batra. You can't really see his details too well, even up close. His color is just kind of, it really shows everything, but because of his color being a bit, zoom in, no, focus on him. Every time I pull up one of these, won't focus, okay. Because of his color and his color being so light, all the details from the top and or bottom shine through, and it's just kind of hard to focus on some of the details here. At least whenever you're looking at it in person, it looks like it's showing up just fine. Not too bad. I'm sure Mothra is actually going to suffer the same fate with that. But actually, we'll throw in Mothra next, because Mothra looks like Mothra. Actually not as bad as Batra. You can actually see the details, so actually this one's above Batra. Looks like Mothra, definitely pretty good, but at the same time it's Moth, so you know, how exactly could you mess that up? I'm just gonna go ahead and say the same thing with this one right here. Yeah, I'll save that for later, actually, because that's probably gonna confuse people if I just do it now. This one right here's good, but my reason for throwing it so low on the list is, for number one, its pose makes it look a bit too flat. Then right there, the peg was right on the head, unfortunately, so that does require some cleanup, which I feel like kind of ruins the sculpt a bit. His robot head isn't too bad, but it doesn't exactly look like Mecha King Ghidorah's robot head from the movie, really. I mean, it kind of does. It kind of does, but at the same time, it kind of doesn't. But these are tiny figures, and it is still pretty great, so I do like it a lot. I like all of these, actually. I don't actually hate any of them or dislike any of them. They all look amazing. I'm just going through my favorites, least favorite. Next we have Rodan. I already expressed my opinions with this one. Never really liked the Showa era Rodan. He looks kind of weird to me. There's something about him that looks kind of weird. Maybe it's having a thick bottom neck, or maybe it's his eyes being a little bit too big. Because I don't remember his eyes being that big in the Showa era movies, but whatever. Not too bad. Okay, this one right here I like quite a bit. Mainly because it's popping out of an egg. But yeah, it's pretty creative right there. Not bad. And in this one, it's a straight Mothra larva. It's not doing any pose or anything. How could you mess it up, but at the same time, couldn't have given it a pose or anything? So yeah, laziness. But like I said, I don't hate any of them. They're all pretty good. There's another look at all of them standing together. They all look amazing just standing there. Let's go ahead and throw the island in right there. Oh yeah, I forgot. These little bars right here are actually flight stands. They're supposed to peg into the top hole right here and the hole in the back, and they actually hold up Mothra and Batra. So points on that one. Otherwise, how exactly are you supposed to pose them? There's the last look at the box there. One more time, get that shot in, bam. Looking good, not too bad. And I just thought I'd share this set with you guys because it's not, I've never seen it on YouTube before, and I just thought it was really cool. So see you guys next time.